All right, guys, let's do this. What time is it here? We got 9:13 a.m. All right, that's fine. We can work with that. A little earlier than usual, but why not? First of all, guys, good morning. Welcome back to the stream where we first review the watch list and then we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone's feeling good, ready to go, calm and collected. It's days today. It's Thursday after all. Almost at the weekend. It's October 8th. 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, almost 9:14 just about. So we have another 16 minutes before the market opens at 9:30. And then like always, we wrap up trading around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here's so far the day trading. We were trading AGE and CPSS. We also traded OEG. So altogether, we're up like 269 pre-market. Not a bad pre-market so far, although we haven't really been seeing activity. I just took things very cautiously. I had a few winners, a few losers, and my winners rode a little bit longer than my losers. So it's all about just managing your risk, cutting your losses, and looking for those good setups. So we'll talk about all those setups in a little bit. Remember, guys, SPY, you want to keep an eye on for this overall indicator, or not indicator, but index. We want to see what the overall market is doing. Right now it's 0.6% up, not really too strong. But this 342 zone was a key area we've been talking about for quite some time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did I count that right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11. 11 big 4-hour green candles in a row. That's insane. We're huge resistance right around this area, guys. We're at the shoulders right here. Critical zones. So something to think about. There's going to be a lot of resistance on the large caps. Maybe time to take some profits on the swing trades. I don't know. Most of my swing trades aren't even up yet. I'm still in the red overall with my swing trades. So we'll see what happens. These are big zones, though. I would like to probably get out of some swing trades before the SPY reverses. Obviously, not all stocks follow the market, but there is a pretty strong correlation, especially with mid to large caps. Small caps kind of just do whatever they want. Let's get into the watch list. Here's quickly the disclaimer, and then let's keep going. I have the watch list posted in the video first pinned comment right below the live stream. If you guys are wondering, I'm going to be going through it with you guys right here. We're just going to be going through the important ones. But here's kind of the posted watch list. You guys can check it out. Like I said, it's right in the first comment below. Let's start with AGE. This is one of the lead gappers today, next to OEG. A little bit of a green day yesterday. Right now, the price has really skyrocketed. This $2 zone is really the key resistance we're currently in. AGE, Healthcare Biotech USA company, 30% gapping pre-market. Now it's at 130% gapping pre-market. I was writing this down around 6 a.m. No, that's not true. I don't know, somewhere before 7 a.m. 32 million market cap, 21 million float. Juven Science Limited, or Juven Sensi Limited, I don't know if I'm saying that right, has a 50% stake. That's the catalyst. I'm actually kind of surprised that's such a strong catalyst. So I was trying to go through their Juven Sensi, or Sensite, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, and try to figure out where, is this like a really good company with a great track record? They seem to be pretty strong invested in a lot of these kind of health, longevity, anti-aging companies. So it seems like they probably have a good idea what they're doing. A 50% stake is a very large stake. So this thing is absolutely ripping here. It's kind of interestingly strong. Now, it's, you know, sometimes it's hard to dissect a catalyst, but as long as there is a catalyst, I'm always fairly confident about it. Sometimes a company will run without a catalyst. Those always freak me out extra, and I tend to not do very well on those because I don't have a lot of confidence behind those tickers. AGE though, I was happy it was I was happy there was a catalyst, right? And then we had a nice little break higher here. And on the move to the upside, I actually ended up buying a quick little pullback here, sold really, really soon. And then I bought this dip here, again, nice little profit. Both of these weren't like the biggest blowaway trades, but I just had, you know, two pretty decent base hits with, you know, okay size. And that let me, you know, wrap up $170 pre-market with AGE. So that was pretty cool. Where do we want to see this kind of ticker go from here? It's hard to say. It looks like we're doing a bit of a bull flag here. We might break out higher above 207 really, really soon. It's been a really strong kind of upwards trend so far with AGE, so I'm not really sure how I want to get aggressive with this one based on the news. We've seen some really strong sell-off so far, so I don't know. I don't know. It's tough to say. Maybe a dip lower into the VWAP zone out of the gates. There might be a quick spike to the upside. I don't know. For me, I'm going to be a little bit cautious here, just because it's had a really, really strong pre-market, which always makes me a little bit iffy at the open. But if we break above 2, hold that 2, then I could see 2.5 getting being the next target. That's kind of the critical zone where we kind of fell off a cliff. You could see 2.5 was a big support here. It was also a quick dive in this zone, and then we bounced back above these areas. And it wasn't until we really kind of fell off 2.5, we stopped pulling the highs till we started falling back really hard. So 2.5 to me is very critical. So let's see what happens. Michael says my dog is throwing up all over the house this morning. I think he drank the pool water. Jesus Christ. That is some distraction going on over there. Well, I was wondering how to do pre and aftermarket trades, extended hours. You just have to have, if you're on TD Ameritrade, use extended. If you're not on TD Ameritrade, contact your broker because every broker is a little bit different. It's funny conversations I was going in the chat room. Okay, so AGE is doing its thing. Let's go ahead and check out CPSS. It's right now kind of popping up here as a second lead gapper based on percentages, pre-market moves. CPSS, Customer Portfolio Services Inc., or Consumer Portfolio, sorry, Financial Credit Services USA company, gapping up around 50% pre-market, really holding that area very strong. 78 million market cap, 14 million float. Proposes to acquire auto finance firm Portfolio Services for 135 million in cash. So these guys are ready to go. Kind of really holding this area strongly. I'm not sure, not a lot of volume here, a lot of sell spikes. Not really something I'm super stoked about. So we'll just kind of let this one slide for now. The next one, OEG. This is one we traded several times pre-market, actually twice, not several times. Orbital Energy Group, Utilities, Diversified USA. It was gapping up 150% for a little bit, now back to 46%, 27 million market cap and 27 million float. I don't see any specific related news on OEG. Maybe just some energy related products might be coming out soon. I don't know. It's a weird one. So I'm not totally confident about trading OEG. The fact that it pulled back 55% is already a red flag. And that's why I was only doing like very conservative bottom bounces here. Here I was actually trying to trade a move higher, which the second it was showing a little bit too much weakness, I got out. So that's how I avoided too much downside on that one. But we are down OEG like 52% from pre-market highs. So I think that this ticker might be a really, really good red to green at one point. Hard to say, but I could see that. After it's just so much selling pressure on this one. So I'm going to put an alert here for if we go below 15. I don't know if we will. I think we traded one more ticker. No, I think that was it actually. Yeah, we did talk about 3, didn't we? All right. OPTT looking good on a question mark. OPTT, let me quickly check. I wasn't really watching OPTT. Long-term chart, you know, a little rough, nothing new there. Big resistance here so far yesterday. Yesterday held its highs though very nicely. That's good to see that. Man, this thing's already up from 33 cents. Technically already went up 10 times to 3.5. That's a big run so far on OPTT. Big support at 2.5 it looks like, kind of holding this area. Don't see any new catalyst. Yeah, the President Trump tweet on the airlines. Not a lot of volume today. If I was long OPTT, I would probably sell this into a pre-market open spike. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's probably what I would do. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but just very light volume. This thing could easily keep selling off. I'd be very weary on a crack of 2.5. That's really where I would start getting very cautious on on OPTT. And we've seen many spikes in the past, and it just kind of tends to always sell off. So it doesn't really seem like there's a bottom on this one. And at one point, they'll probably do some sort of reverse split to get their price back above $1. Although they managed to do all this without a reverse split, it seems like. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's a tough one. I'm not too bullish on this one. Light volume, it's always a bit of a red flag. We'll see. Sometimes at the open, these things pop. That's where I would be closing my position if I was long OPTT. Can I do some search on WISA and DPW? Well, DPW was popping up already today. Industrial, electrical, and equipment and parts company USA, 10 million flow, 25 million market cap. They announced new energy storage system for a product line. That actually sounds pretty good. We know the whole EV kind of stuff has just been exploding. So we were talking about this for a while. Any kind of catalyst in that zone tends to be really, really good. I think there's probably more interesting tickers out there today. But at the same time, if we can break back above 3, this could be a good setup here. I just feel like, you know, I'm always looking for companies with, and DPW has some of these things. A company with a float under 10 million, ideally. A company with a news catalyst, which DPW has. It has that strong spike history. Hasn't really been holding the past spikes, but it has the history of spiking. So people know this ticker, right? I would probably argue the daily chart's okay. I mean, it has room to run, but that pre-market rejection off 3.5 was pretty strong. So that would give me a little bit of goosebumps there. But like I said, if it goes back above 3, maybe it's going to hit that pre-market high again. And they do have that catalyst. They don't really have that fast of a rate of change, but it's okay. Has some decent bounces in here, but it's not like the best. And it's between $2 and $7, so it fits a lot of criteria for sure. You just got to think, you know, is it the best small cap that we have running around right now? That's probably the biggest thing I'd be a little bit indecisive about. Looks like AGE, I think for sure is going to be is right now, not even I'm thinking, it is right now, AGE, the lead gapper in the small caps. This is what every trader is looking at. And then I would probably argue OEG, maybe, I don't know, the lack of catalyst on OEG makes me a little bit suspicious. So I'm going to be watching AGE with you guys, and I got OEG on my second screen. And then, yeah, I mean, we have CPSS, we got ALJJ, 17 million float, improved quarterly 4 guidance. That's pretty nice. Got DPW, like we just talked about. I mean, there's a lot of tickers here, so you just want to focus on the best. Next big resistance I'd argue is at 2.5 for AGE. This is a strong move here right into the open. Be a little careful with that, guys. Got another 4.5 minutes to go before the market opens. This is a good time to just make sure you have everything kind of ready to go here. Don't forget to drop a like, guys. If you enjoy the content, if you're totally new here, consider subscribing. I'd love to have you join the community. We go live every morning starting at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, we come out with recaps as well after every trading day, and then some other videos. Whew. Good luck, everyone. Got another minute here till the market opens. Just do my stretches. Make sure your time to force is day, not extended hours. That messes you up with the stops. Corey, you're so inclusive. So nice of you. No, he does. You have to be. Amen. Here we go. 14 seconds. You guys are probably already trading. For me, it's just getting started. Everyone's chilling in the future. $228. I wouldn't be surprised if we had a quick break higher here. There's no way I'd be jumping on it. Boom, there it was. 2.4, 243. Wow, really strong move. It's one of those classic gap and goes, huh? OEG, sorry about that. Nice little move higher as well. OPTT broke higher, 265. A lot of alerts going off right now. Markets are green, but not too green, which is good for small caps. Matt, that's funny. OEG might find some support here at the 9 EMA. I'm not going to be trading it, but it looks actually like it might be finding some support. So far, nice move. Yep, OEG popping higher. AGE, this could be interesting here. Getting closer to 2. Wow, look at that quick move. Was not expecting it. I think this could be a fake out. I wouldn't trade that break of 2.2. OEG, very solid moves here. A lot of dip buyers on age. You can just feel it. OEG is really making pretty consistent moves here. Ooh, literally, as I say that, OEG has a big pullback back to 115, all the way from like 121, 122. Look at AGE, really find that support. Might have a little move higher at one point, but I don't think I can get myself to trade right here. Was thinking AGE might have an entry, but bounce back really fast. New 5-minute candle is going to start in 40 seconds. Keep an eye out for that. Think about what could be a good 5-minute setup. Always be thinking about the 5-minute. 5-minute is how you manage your risk a little bit better. Look for those good entries. I feel you there, Corey. Just didn't want to do it. I was thinking, you know, buying at 2 could be a really good idea, but then I was kind of thinking, you know, I would like to see a crack of 2 and then the selling volume fade off a little bit, but we didn't really get that. No, I use TD charts. I feel like TD charts are really, really nice. OEG sold off at 1-1 right now. Whew, big move down. AGE. Looks like it's going to try again. 245, can it break that? Wow, this was a strong rip here. OEG, 107. HE just broke pre-market highs. I mean, yeah, high of day. Yeah, OEG is still selling off. That was a nasty, nasty play. I don't think I'm going to be looking at OEG anymore until maybe something past $1. We'll see. Yep, I didn't get it either. I don't feel super comfortable trading AGE in these areas after such a strong, consistent pre-market. That sounds like something I should be more on board with trading AGE, but I feel like it didn't have time to pull back. I feel like it didn't have time to consolidate really, so that's why I'm a little bit nervous trading in these areas. 250 is big resistance. Technically, this is a perfect pullback right now. This is a huge entry opportunity. $250. I could see this crack. Yup. Oh man, should have took advantage of that. We had a perfect 9 EMA pullback on the lead gapper. 8% move. Really, really nice stuff. Congrats to anyone who nailed that. There's another company I wasn't really looking at too much, EV. They bought out, that's why I wasn't really looking at them, but they actually had quite a bit of a move here. I won't be looking at them anymore. AGE, really the lead gapper on the day. FCEL, actually making some pretty good moves as well. Worth probably watching here, FCEL guys. Still watching AGE. I think I'm gonna watch FCEL on my second screen. All right, I'm putting AGE on my second screen and removing OEG. We'll look at some other tickers right now. FCEL is looking quite interesting. I wasn't really checking out too much about FCL pre-market. We've traded this one quite a lot in the past. We're really above a key 2.5 zone. That's a really nice area to be above. We have definitely huge resistance right around 2.6. So that's something to keep in mind. That's some big resistance here on this ticker. I could easily see this one having a little bit more of a dip first. FCEL, USA, Electrical Equipment and Parts Company. We've seen these tickers across the board just shoot up. They recently raised a bunch of capital. Don't really have anything specific today. Trey, I'm sorry. That's funny. AGE looks kind of interesting in these zones. (9:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time). Still have no trades yet since the open. AGE looks like it's actually going to break above 2.6, guys. Keep an eye on AGE. Really thinking about doing that. That was a perfect bit of a bull flag there. I was a little bit hesitant. I missed it. I just really don't like these tickers in these zones. To me, it's too risky. You know, you have that, 6-8% upside potential on these breakouts, but this thing could easily dip 10%, and that's just a negative risk reward. This thing could easily dip 17%. FCEL still selling off right around double bottom zone here. Possible entry on FCEL. Quick little dip buy. Nah, I missed that just by a hair. I was going to force the entry. Removing for now. Watching AGE, just being cautious here. No need to take unnecessary risk. I'm just, on AGE, there's big support around $2. We also have VWAP hitting at 216. That would be like around a 10% dip to VWAP. And on that double bottom to back to $2, that would be around 17% from the price. Which we see sometimes happen, just one or two candles. So That was a failed breakout as well. Too much resistance around 258 or so. Kind of a slow open. It's really, for the last few months, it's been more and more pre-market action. It's crazy. Yesterday, I did all of my good trading pre-market. In the market open, I just gave back some profits, and then eventually we stopped trading. I hope that's not going to be the same case. But at the moment, I'm not super stoked. HEE on the 5-minute really shows you guys why I'm a little bit nervous about this ticker. It's been such a strong move. Oh man, AGE literally just broke 5.6 all the way up to 268. Wow, what a breakout. That was not for me. Congrats to anyone that got that one. You know, in hindsight, it looks very clean in terms of, you know, bull flag, but look at that chop, look at the wicks. That's what was freaking me out. There's a lot of indecisiveness. That was a really nice crack, 273 now. Congrats to anyone that got that. That just was not something I was ready for. New support at 2.4 on that one though. I usually trade anywhere between 7 and 9 o'clock, and that's, I don't know, it's almost different every day because every day it's a little bit different. OEG is below 103. Next big point to look at is this $3 zone on AGE. Nice move so far. Wow, 285. This is such a strong ticker. I'm not sure about the halt level. It doesn't show on TD. Have a limit order on it just in case. It's a strong mover for sure. AGE just broke 3. Woo-hoo-hoo, crazy. I was too conservative on this one. This had much more power than I imagined, especially with such a questionable catalyst. That catalyst doesn't really change anything about the company, and it's up 256% today. So it is what it is. It's kind of an interesting zone here between $2.37 and $4, something to kind of keep an eye on. See what CPSS is doing. A lot of tickers are selling off. It's not really the best small cap day unless you're really getting aggressive with AGE. I feel you, Corey. Sometimes you just gotta go light size for a bit. That was a really strong breakout. AGE just doesn't stop. ALJJ consolidating. OEG also. Yeah, everything else is just kind of selling off a bit. Even SCL. What have you, bro? So aggressive. What happened? AGE, guys, is really the one to be watching. This thing is just getting stronger and stronger. I gotta say, it's exceeding my expectations a little bit here. But you know, when it had that dip pre-market, or not pre-market, right at the market open, and it just wasn't that strong, should have been a stronger buying indicator for us. I was a little bit too biased. I was looking for that crack of 2. I should have just, you know, been a bit more attentive to the price action, identified there's a lot of buyers on this, and then traded it. Now we're at $3. Gotcha on AP Pro. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Weeple's using their charts. I'm a big fan of interacting with it. It might just be, I feel like it's partly because I'm so used to TD Ameritrade. It's like going from an Apple to a Windows. You're just like, the normal buttons are just different, and that's what freaked me out. But yeah, there are some lags. It didn't update as quick. I wasn't super stoked about that. But I still think they're one of the best web-based brokers. Yeah, or Windows to Apples. Yeah, when I use an Apple, I literally go full retard mode. I can't even open and explore like a file, or I can barely type on the keyboard. I don't know what's wrong with me. I always try to use my girlfriend's Apple, and literally just doesn't work. You'd think like a, I don't know, 80, 90-year-old was running around. This is such a strong move on HEE. I want to trade this one, but I literally just can't jump on it anymore. It's all of my risk management genes are like screaming at me right now. Don't do it. Corey got a kick out of that. We know $3 is really big support on AGE. It's a whole number. It's a big psychological zone. Buying a bounce off of here would be a pretty good risk-averse move, I would argue, especially if you're looking for a quick base hit. But the 9 EMA is right there at 294, so we could easily go down further, reach that. I just tried an entry and I didn't get it. I'm not even really sure why. I just got an error message. Equity? What the heck was that? Guess it was a good thing though. It's bouncing very weak here, back to 91. Equity buy stop? What? Place a limit. Someone got a kick out of it. A kick in my struggles. I just tried to do 2 entries on AGE, and both the time I got some sort of weird equity error message. I don't think I've seen that error message before. I'm a little bit confused. I tried to buy twice at like 295. I don't really know what that was. Kind of freaked me out a little bit though. I'd be already out of this trade. I would take my 10 cents and leave. Sometimes I'm over disciplined and I miss a move like AGE, but you know, that's why I traded pre-market, because I found like there's a few good setups with AGE pre-market, and that also kind of helps with FOMO a little bit because you already got some trades in. Although I wanted that trade just now, but I didn't get it. I'm gonna have to go figure out what that error message was. That was super weird. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look at that later. I don't want to be too distracted right now. Equity buy stop price must be entered above the current ask price. Buy stop. I don't think I had a buy stop though. Nice move. That was 11% dip, then we popped back up again. Now we're right around like a 9% dip so far. Just watching the order book pretty closely. Oftentimes there's a bit of like a halfway house between the high and VWAP, so that's what I'd be looking for. Yeah, the order had a stop, but I'm not really sure why it says that. I don't know, whatever. Don't want to dwell on too much right now. AGE back above 3. Still a lot of dip buyers on AGE. Doesn't look like it's done anytime soon here. It's 9:56 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I still have no trade since the market opened. Kind of weird. Most of my trading was pre-market again. Just didn't really have that flow I was looking for. If OEG breaks $1, it could be a good little setup here for a bit of a dip buy. I'm not sure how much more this thing will go down. It's actually down so much since pre-market. %, roughly getting into those 60 categories. Yep, I agree. That 5-minute on AGE looks like it could be a good setup at one point. Is APHA halted? That took a really long time to load. This isn't a 5-minute setup yet though, because right now we're having a 1-minute breakout with a pullback without a 5-minute setup. There's no 5-minute breakout. We're still trending lower on the 5 minutes, so this is a pretty bearish setup here. This could just be a longer bear flag. One of these ascending channels, which typically break to the downside. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here in this area. I don't know, it could be wrong, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. TOS always feels laggy to me, so I just don't know if it's just default mode or not. Five-minute breakout is when the 5-minute candle breaks higher. We have a new breakout on the 5 minutes, something like, these are really quick moves, but typically when the 5-minute candle goes higher than the last 5-minute candle, that's a 5-minute breakout. And then you look for an entry on the 1-minute pullback. That's one of my favorite setups. For an uptrending stock, right? Propane's wondering, do I trade the 5-minute on the second green bar up? If the 1 minute looks like a good opportunity and we're trending above VWAP and it looks like a healthy pullback or something like that, I probably would. But I typically don't get into a breakout right away. That's why I didn't trade AGE in that first nice move past 2.6. Although it was a pretty sweet looking move. Here goes the possible dip, AGE. Want to give me some money, lost my weekly profits. What happened on like one trade or what happened? Monster, my TOS actually crashed this pre-market today when I entered a trade and I had to restart it. It was my least favorite situation. So I was testing out the ladder, moving orders on the ladder again, and that crashed the TOS application. Wow, this is a really slow morning for me. AGE had some good moves. It wasn't really my kind of bread and butter setup, so I never traded any of the moves. I hope some of you guys nailed it. I know some of you did. Corey got a nice little breakout there, but yeah, for me I was just kind of sitting on my fingers. A little bit unfortunate. Nice trade. Wrap it up and get out. That's a good way to do it. 1200, nice one. Which ticker was that on? Slow. My swing trades are almost in the green. They're at 2.6 negative dollars, my swing trade. So my Express swing trade is canceling out my KCAC swing trade a little bit. ATEC. US medical device company, mid cap, big breakout today. Yeah, nice move. Kind of see it popping up here as well. Might be worth keeping an eye on. Not totally sure what the catalyst is. Q3 earnings, they beat estimates, improved guidance. Yeah, it's a pretty good catalyst. It's a fairly large company. Big resistance coming in now, but we're holding the highs. Yeah, guys, what's going on here? I think it feels like AGE is like the only ticker I want to really be trading, but it's not giving me the setups I would be looking for. So it's such a slow morning. Even pre-market was kind of slow. I'm happy I was able to snag something pre-market because there was not a lot of opportunities. I feel like everyone's waiting for AGE to do something. Right now it's pure chop. There's not a lot going on. You could take some stabs at it, but it's a wash machine and I just wouldn't recommend it right now. I mean, everyone has a different strategy. And AGE right now just doesn't fall into anything that I'd be looking for. This could be a longer kind of maybe flag setup here, who knows. Definitely some sort of 5-minute flag looks like it's getting set up. So it does look like it could be an interesting position here forming. Just got to ask yourself, is this a classic setup you'd be going for? So right now it looks like it's trying to break out here. Volume is still really, really light. We're getting a little bit more activity now. Decent attempt to break higher. It's 10:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Big move there. All of a sudden at 2:49, that was a huge move. 16% breakout, guys. 3.5. That's the area to beat. Decent amount of sellers there at 3.5. This could be a pullback here. Worth entering. Just watching age. Not sure. Nice move though. 375 is that big resistance we were talking about before. It's been a really strong stock. There's just constant dip buyers on this one. Never really sinks too much. $390. $33. I was looking for a dip of 33. Oh, this might rocket again here. Feels a little premature. I'm not going to buy this move. Still watching this one, calm and collected. Tried again to break higher, but it's looking rejected. 245 just got chipped away so fast though. OEG. Possibly a good setup here on OEG. At 95, wow. It's a big sell-off on that ticker. It's kind of fumbling in this area. Yeah, that was another big dip on OEG. This thing's been selling off like crazy. Possible entry on H. Watching Age try to get that entry there. Moving higher. Nice move so far. Got an entry on AGEE. Small size. Looking for second fill. All right, so I closed out AGE, didn't get my second fill, still made like 80 bucks on it. I wanted about a 2,000, no, 2,000, okay, like 1,500, maybe shy of 2,000 position size. Just didn't get it. I was too conservative on this one. I was always waiting for a bigger pullback, and it just never happened. So I'm always on the wrong side of this one. Yeah, Beckham says be aggressive and fast on AGE. Super true. Super true. Thanks, Jay. Thanks for the support, man. $1,200 win. Nice on AGE. Huge move there, Jay. Congrats, man. Thanks for the support on the channel. We can look at that a little bit later, Mike. I have no idea. I haven't been looking at KOS. Yeah, it looks like I found a little bit of support here. We could take a look at it later, but I'm not really sure. OEG might be a good little bit of a hold here, looking for a possible break back towards $1. Anything that pulls off, usually 60-65%, ends up having somewhat of a bounce at one point. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye on OEG. Not sure if it, that had a nice move lower there. Do small position size, but I think it could be something I'd be interested in. Small position size. Been following this one for a while, but we'll see. I'm not sure if it's even going to pull back anymore. Nice, Corey. 3 for 3. That's how you do it. You guys are cleaning up over there. I'm a little bit of sandbagging here. Oh well, it is what it is. AGE trying for another breakout here. Volume has been fading for a little bit, and there's the big resistance around 3.7, so I'd be a little bit cautious. I'd rather buy a pullback or not a proper dip under the 9 EMA. Beat the street music says I gotta get some balls. Fair enough. Definitely wasn't aggressive enough on AGE. That happens to all of us, Jason. There it goes again. 365. Let's see what's going to happen here. I love the way AGE moves. I really do enjoy it. I'm not crazy about the catalyst, but the strength behind the moves are really nice. The rate of change. $6.45. This breakout right here, this flat top breakout at 7. I'm sure I'd check out a few of my monthly recap videos. I talk about the indicators I use pretty in-depthly on the monthly recap videos. They're a little bit longer, but when we start reviewing the trades, I think it's going to be super helpful for you and anyone else that's kind of new to this. Oh yeah, the 5-minute flag pattern. Yeah, that looked pretty clean as well. The 1 minute was a little bit choppy, but if you just kept an eye on the 5-minute, that's where it looked really, really solid. I should have been a little bit more aggressive with it. I was always waiting for a little bit more of a pullback. That's a little bit more my style, but you know, it doesn't work with every ticker, right? Even if you miss a ticker like this, it's not really the end of the world because you're watching, you're learning, you're remembering for future times. I think a big thing to remember about this one is how many buyers were on the pullbacks. Anytime this thing dipped or pulled back just a little bit, there was so many buyers holding this thing up. That's really, I would say, one of the big things to kind of take away there. So in the future, when you see that, when you identify that, you can get a little bit more aggressive next time. The dip trades on American Airlines, yeah, that thing always just goes back to 11 or 12 and then reverses really nicely. It's been pretty solid, huh? That was one of the first bigger dips just now on AGE. Are we going to see a second one? I don't know. It's 360, yep. I guess that's the pullback there, huh? Right around $4. We just perfectly hit that big resistance zone that we drew out earlier. Appreciate it, Shrikant. Yeah, I've been stuck in way too many flushes. I've had way too many big losers. I enjoy taking my consistent profits. You can pretty much see our stats on all our monthly recap videos. It's fairly consistent. We don't have a lot of blow away trades, but we have just a bunch of clean base hits. To me, I'd rather grow an account like that. We've had big moves But you know, there's just certain setups that just aren't my personality, so I just tend to avoid certain things. But at the same time, I have a lot to learn. You know, just getting started here. So we know $3 is big support. We also know 325 was already acting as big support. 1019. We'll see how it goes. She unlocked the beer fridge for you. Ay, ay, ay. Who is cleaning up after the dog, Michael? That's the real question. She was. It's a 4.4 million flash right there. Yeah, it's not a bad dip, huh? Thoughts on CARV? None off the top of my head, but we could check it out as well. So you guys wanted to check out Carve, and what was the other one? KO something, right? KOS, I think that's what it was. I feel like after 10:30, unless we see some action, we'll start talking about the other tickers. I don't really want to take my eye off AGE right now. I kind of feel like another setup's right around the corner. Don't buy early, guys. If you're buying dips, got to be careful. $20 seconds in this minute. As things are already reversing here. Was hoping we get some sort of dip off of that. Wanted an entry at 316. Yeah, wow. Just always a little bit late on that one. If a red candle shows a longer shadow on the dip, what about it? That's like an incomplete question, no? Yeah, you know what? I was looking at OEG the whole time. I was like, I should have been a little bit more aggressive setting this limit order. I felt like there was a really big opportunity for a slow crawl back to the upside. It's already up 6% here. I might have missed my entry on this one. Place the limit order, just chase it a little bit. How long am I holding CHS for? I think, what, 2 days now? I actually want to buy CHS a little bit lower. I'm not sure if we're going to get another entry on CHS. Gotcha, Mike. I think at these prices, waiting for a pop might not be a bad idea, but we'll check it out. I don't know, 149 could happen. A lot of these tickers, they just pop up for no reason, but sometimes they really sell off for an extended period of time. Then, you know, you lose a little, like 5% every day, and then it's just a week later, it's like, oh, it needs to go up like 50, 100% just to get back to break even. It's stressful. I've held a lot of bags in my career, and that's typically why I don't swing trade small caps anymore, and I'll only swing trade mid to large caps. Ripsky, nice, Michael. What's AL at? Man, AGE, talk about the one that got away. Although AGE is the one we're still the most profitable on the day because of all the pre-market trading. So, you know, it didn't really get away, but after the market opened, I missed a lot of opportunities. Yeah, AAL, absolutely crazy move. You know, I've been waiting for Jets. I've had a limit order on Jets for so long, and I played this one too conservatively as well. I should have bought that, you know, move into the 16s, but I didn't. Now it's at 18. Big resistance here. We'll see how we want to trade it, but right now the second corona wave is actually really peaking, possibly peaking. I mean, Berlin just had 4,000 cases. We haven't seen these numbers since March and April, so right now it's getting pretty bad over here. So maybe there's going to be a little bit more of a pullback, but at the same time, I feel like most of the real bad damage has been done and priced in, so I'm not sure. AGE pulling back one more time here. Yeah, OEG back above $1. That was, oh man, I should have been a bit more aggressive on that one. Why was I so not aggressive ever since the market opened? We had some really good opportunities. OEG right around that low 90s. Maybe you guys just took this order right out of my fingers. Who knows what happened? It was a good setup though. Jason, geez, yeah, Florida has been Germany rookie numbers. Yeah, Germany's been really pretty good overall in terms of coronavirus, avoiding a lot of the high numbers. I mean, it's actually quite impressive how well they're doing here. If you like look at their numbers per 100,000, Germany is like, I don't know what, like 20, and we're surrounded by countries that are all in the hundreds. Yeah, for sure, Josh. We did our 25K challenge starting with $4,000. Right now it's roughly at $9,000, but we started swing trading it a little like what, 2 months back or something like that, or maybe even 3 months back. So, but most of the profits came all from the day trading. The swing trading is pretty slow because sometimes you'll go a week or two without getting a trade. Yeah, France is getting pretty bad. Brad, we the best. Dex says the US hasn't even got out of the first wave yet. Man, it is so bad over there, huh? Just about a perfect pop here off of 3 on AGE. Guess who wasn't in it? Maybe I'm just talking too much. I don't know. Some good opportunities I've been missing here. All right, I think while we wait for a good setup on AGE, I'm going to start looking at some other swing trades. But yeah, we may or may not be done with day trading if we don't get one. I think AGE could be giving us a good setup. Look at that volume. It's really falling off a cliff. I'm going to take a quick break, then I'll be back, and then we'll look at some swings unless AGE kind of turns around. So far, every day in Berlin has started off since I've been back like really sunny, and then, or not really sunny, but like a little bit sunny, and then it just starts raining around like 1 till pretty much the rest of the day. Except the first day I was back from Portugal, then it was like really beautiful fall, autumn kind of weather. Yep. Day trades are intraday, right? So you buy and sell before the day is over. Swing trades is pretty much anything longer than that. Typically, you know, a few days, few weeks, maybe a few months. That's a pretty long swing trade in my eyes. And then to me, anything over a year is an investment. But I don't know if there's like specific time frames besides the day trading. That obviously has to be intraday. Yeah, Michael, man, tell me about it. I really want to do another trade on AGE, but I'm not going to just do a trade because I want to do a trade. All right, AGE, it looks like it's trying for a 5-minute breakout here. It's trying. The volume is very light right now comparatively. Very, very light. Sorry, it's been a little bit of a snooze fest here for me trading today, but it is what it is. I think we could all take away maybe some patience lessons, maybe, I don't know. think we still learned something. Getting aggressive quicker on a stock that has a lot of buyers and it just doesn't sell off that much. It's a big indicator. I've actually wrote that specific thing down before, so I'm a little bit disappointed I didn't act on it a bit more aggressively. That was a big move just now. That candle, that second red candle opened at a lower price than the close of the former candle. It doesn't always happen that aggressively. It was so quick too. Yeah, we post our swing trades and we recap pretty much everything at the end of every trading day. Sometimes I forget to talk about a ticker, but that's pretty much it. Really only if I forget, because sometimes we'll have like, I don't know, 6 tickers and then I forget to check the other account or something because I'm overwhelmed with our other ones. We actually just had a video about all our 6 swing trades. If you want to check it out, I think it's our last video that we posted yesterday. Oh boy, guys, I'm not sure if I'm going to be trading AGE anymore. I'm just going to leave it open for now, and then I might close the second chart. But for now, we're wrapping up the day here, up about 250 plus 69. That's like 310. Yeah, $310 so far with day trading. The other ones are all swing trades. It looks like we're officially in the green with our swing trades, so that's really, really nice. KCAC is pulling up just a little bit. Back at 1430. I would have bought more in the 13s. The reason I didn't is because I was fully allocated. I don't want to increase my allocation too much on any one swing trade, or else it's going to make me a little bit too emotional when I'm looking at that stock. I want to really kind of cap my max position size right now with my swing trades to under $6,000. Really kind of 5,000 is my maximum. If I have some like 500, whatever. But so I could have maybe bought a little bit more with KCAC, but at the same time, I don't know. I didn't want to overstay my welcome on that one. Because what happens if it, you know, dipped down to like 1150 or something like that? Then I'd be like, oh, why did I buy more at 13? Yeah, our position right now is like 5.1 thousand. All right, Corey, man, take care. Shoot some holes for me. Whoop-ah! Ross is up 33K on AGE. Nice, good for him. I can't wait to get on that level. We can all get there. We just gotta stick with it. Be dedicated, be patient, and get a little bit more aggressive every month as you feel confident and comfortable. So yeah, pretty decent little day here, a little over $300 day trading profits, and then looks like, you know, we have another decent little amount of swing trade profits, but I don't really care about those, or it's not that I don't care about them. Some days are red, some days are green, so, you know, until we close the swing trades, it's not so relevant because it's all unrealized gains, right? So it's really the day trading that is the important number. Actually, one ticker that almost bothers me a little bit more is OEG. I should have really bought the dip there at 93. That was way past my ideal entry point. So I should have really jumped on that opportunity while we had it. That was a nice setup. And again, this literally, the price went literally to my limit order and we didn't get filled. I'm not entirely sure why not, but that's a pretty classic situation. Oh well, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this one. I think I'm done with OEG. Oh well, it is what it is. Let's check out some of these other tickers. Thanks for waiting, guys. If you were waiting, sorry for taking so long on that. Just was really looking at AGE, hoping we'd have some sort of move. So CARV was called out here. This one's not ringing a bell. Oh yeah, Carver. What was this one? I remember. We did trade this one though. CARV. So many tickers that we look at, sometimes I just totally blank out. Bank, regional. Was this one of the BLM tickers? I think this is a BLM ticker. Doesn't look like it has any catalyst today. I'm not really sure why it's up. Let's see. Okay, here's a catalyst. I was looking on FinViz earlier. Following earlier news of $30 billion loan funded by JP Morgan to Black Latino homeowners, Black and Latino homeowners, maybe business operators, Carver and business operators, Carver shares, Urban One. Yeah, so this is one of the BLM banks. We traded this one back in, what was that, June or July? They have some pretty heavy duty resistance right around this kind of $10 zone. And I would probably argue even before then, roughly here at 875, which we're able to really kind of get above. So that's actually quite a bullish sign. So this is the area we broke off. We had a quick pullback here, and then we again had a nice little 6.7% pop. It looks like CARV is going to be selling off a little bit now. Has lower volume coming in here below the 8.5. I wouldn't be surprised if we had a retest at 8.55, but I'm just not really sure if we're going to have a move back above it. Who knows? It's always hard to play. I found what was really hard with the BLM stocks for me was there was never really news specific to the company. It would always be like Black-owned banks are getting access to grants. And then you'd be like, is this important for this ticker more or this ticker more? And it was a little bit harder to price. So you really have to be watching the price action here. I do like the fact that the volume is peaking since this volume, and since the pullback here, there wasn't actually a lot of sell volume. So that's actually quite bullish indicator here. So CARV, I think for now it's in an upwards trend, and as long as it doesn't break that trend, I think this thing's gonna probably keep on going. So the high right now is 925. This ticker does have really strong pullbacks though. I mean, this is an 18% move. Okay, that's not that strong, but it pretty much gave back almost all of its gains, which makes it feel kind of strong. So next key zone is 7.5. This would probably be an area to either buy more or start cutting your losses if it breaks this area and then it retests this area. That's probably where I would cut my losses. But for now, I think CARV is an interesting pick. Might be a multi-day runner. I'm not sure. It's not something I would trade in because I don't fully understand it. And it's a small cap, so I don't really swing trade those. But, could be an interesting play for sure. KOS had a really solid double bottom here, huh? KOS is an oil and gas exploration company. Wait, hold on. E&P, what does the P stand for again? Exploration and... Oh, I forgot the second word. Exploration. I don't know, it's not really super relevant. Oil and gas company though, US, Cosmos Energy, 384 million float. That's a big float. 416 million market cap. So it's definitely a mid cap with a big float. Implied volatility surging for Cosmos due to stock options. So this was the ticker that on the 5th of October, they closed their $200 million Gulf of Mexico facility, and that gave them an increase in liquidity, which I would probably argue is a good thing. However, the Gulf of Mexico has been having so many issues, and they're like, whoo, I bet you the regulations there have grown exponentially. KOS and less oil, I feel like, is what it is. Looking for if there's insider. Okay, so March 13th, the VP and Chief Accounting Officer Bought 10,000 shares, which doesn't really have a big value. It's only 10,000 bucks. So that's pretty small numbers here overall. I think the upside on KOS, especially with that big volume coming up, is quite nice. I really, if I was holding any sort of bag on any stock that I was day trading, I feel like this would be one of the ones that I'd be a little bit more stoked about. It has that low of 0.5. I could easily go back to these areas. I'm not saying that, you know, this is a win. I'm just thinking we had a big double bottom. I mean, a big sell-off here. This was a very aggressive sell-off. We had a retest near these highs, getting close to the 180-day moving average, and now we're getting close to that kind of double bottom again. This thing could easily keep selling off into the 0.8s or maybe even the 0.79s, high to mid 0.7s before it has another bit of a bounce. But let's see what happens. I mean, right now that sell volume has really kind of faded in this area. I'd be very nervous of this thing cracking $1. That'd be my biggest fear. But I probably wouldn't take a lot to move this company back to the upside. I mean, that last catalyst, you know, rocketed this company. So I don't know. This could be an okay, bad position to be stuck in. I don't know. It's tough to say. I don't know much more about the company, but based on technicals, at least it has decent support right below it, and it has that potential to maybe rip higher. But and it has a pretty strong double bottom here. I would be very weary of that kind of crack of $1, and you know, it could easily keep selling off. So there's definitely tons of downside potential on this one, but your max downside here is like right around 30% before there's somewhat of a bounce. And if it does go down here, I would sell probably on any sort of retest. So your max downside might be even limited to like 20% or so of where you can get out, which is still a large amount. While your upside here, well, first of all, we have this big resistance at 134. That's about 30% upside. And then if we break through that, maybe we could run all the way here to 178. So about 70% upside. I don't know, like technically, yeah, it is a decent risk reward swing trade if you look at it from that, but I don't know. I would have to look much more into the company, and yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't swing trade it from here, but if you knew a lot about the company and you thought it was an awesome company and you did your due diligence, you know, that might be something worth debating there. Long term on KOS, on the monthly chart, yeah, this thing's really dipped down heavy, huh? But it doesn't look like it's had any reverse splits just yet, so that's not too bad. Satoshi, welcome back, man. What's my brother up to these days? Oh, wait, what's up, brother? I just read that so wrong. Good, man. Trading's been awesome. We had one of our best months last month, and this month has been going pretty smooth so far. The morning has been pretty calm. Yeah, no problem, Mike. Hopefully it helped a little bit. I don't know much more about the company, so that's probably what I would do now if I were you. I'd probably really look into the company a bit more. Bitcoin at almost 11,000 again. I was kind of hoping Bitcoin would sell off a little bit more so I could get some more fills under 10,000. You guys won't believe what happened. I had like $1,500 of KuCoin, and KuCoin, a bunch of other cryptos were halted trading because of the KuCoin hack. Did I say KuCoin? I meant to say track, origin trail. And I don't know. I hope that those funds don't disappear, let's just say. I have way too many crypto hacks. Oh my God. It's way too many. Origin trail. I've been holding them for quite some time. All right, so yeah, BTC would like to accumulate that a little bit more. Nice, Satoshi. You've been trading the large caps a little bit more, huh? Happy it's working for you, man. Wow, Tesla on the weekly is just pure exponential. Satoshi won't ever trade these low floats again. Well, I'm happy you found something that you really enjoy trading. I really like trading the swing trading the large mid to large caps, but I love day trading these small caps. I think these low floats are absolutely beautiful. You have some really nice predictable breakouts. Yeah, we've been getting so much more consistent than the beginning of the year, so I'm definitely gonna keep doing it. But yeah, there definitely comes probably a point in time where you might have those kind of max position sizes before you're like, ooh, this low float, I'm not sure if I want to go in with like $100,000. While with Tesla, I wouldn't even think twice about going in with 100,000. Nice, 10K on Tesla yesterday. Nice, man. Congrats, Satoshi. Those are some beautiful numbers. Yeah, let's look at RIOT. The only thing, Constantine, I would have to object to that is like I use Bitcoin for our company all the time. There's no other payment system that can compete with it on terms of like paying international clients. It's cheaper, it's faster. You don't have to go through a bunch of regulations. Like if I wanted to send, let's say $100 to Bangladesh, how am I going to do that? Well, probably the best way is honestly Western Union. And the fees are massive on Western Union. And then it takes some time, even the instant one, then the person has to go somewhere. It's a giant mess. Or then you have some country where other PayPals aren't allowed, so you can't do PayPal. You don't want to send a wire because wires are super expensive so it's like there's not a lot of solutions out there. So when I deal with countries that don't have the best financial systems, I always prefer to use Bitcoin. So for me, Bitcoin does have value in its own sense of that, making those payments. But how many people are actually doing that? I feel like most people are just speculating. Then again, how many people are actually doing something with gold? Well, technically, I think there's gold in my phone. Gold has value as well. Has your trading strategy changed at all? Are you still doing that kind of constantly averaging down kind of setup? Well, let's talk about Riot, and let me just look at the Facebook chart. Yeah, I had a nice little move here. Overall 2.5% from this low. You just need big position sizes on these large caps. A Linux user between Mac and Windows. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's a good example. All right, let's talk about RIOT. What made you pick this, Bren? Where are you hiding? Why can't I just see your name? There you are, Bren. Yeah, okay, you're way up higher. Broke 3. Oh, Matt, AMC probably. I would love it. So RIOT stock. Let's look this one up quickly on FinViz. I need to refresh my memory here. Technology, RIOT, blockchain, Inc. 45 million float, market cap 128. There's the float is pretty similar to the shares outstanding, so probably not too many institutions holding this one. Continuous hash rate, blah blah blah. So they're big with the digital currency mining. Yeah, I remember that. Based in Castle Rock, Colorado. That's nice. Maybe we can make a recap video focusing on this one a little bit. Riot blockchain focuses on Bitcoin mining, supporting the Bitcoin blockchain by participating in Bitcoin's consensus system through proof of work mining, racing to find the next block and building upon the chain. We aim to be one of the largest and lowest cost producers of Bitcoin in North America. Producers of Bitcoin, that just sounds funny. Totally makes sense though. Wow, yeah, they got some big facilities here. Growth. AGE selling off, guys. It looks like it's going to break VWAP. Latest news continues to hash rate expansion. Deployment update. I like how consistent this company has been. They really kind of put their stock price right up in center, huh? I always felt like that was a little bit shady, but at the same time, yeah, I guess it's convenient. It really depends. So, let me think about this for a second. Continues hash rate expansion. I don't know if this is a silly question, but what does EH stand for? Yeah, Matt, we might really see, well, I'll go back to that Riot in a second. I still have my limit order on for this one. I was really hoping we would get a little bit more of a pullback. So far we haven't. So I might have missed my opportunity. I wouldn't mind chasing this one a little bit. I do feel like the upside here is quite nice on AMC. I really am kind of getting annoyed that I'm constantly missing my entry on it. You know, should have been already up 2% or so. So that's a little bit stressful. I feel like there's really big support in these areas. I'm right now, I'm kind of waiting for one more dip, but I don't know if we're going to get that. Let's go back to Riot. Constantine says, exit, hurry. So bad. Yeah, the EXPR one is smoking. I'm so stoked about our EXPR trade. How did that one even stumble onto my lap? I don't even really remember. So that's a sweet one. We're up $383 on EXPR, even though I didn't even get my full size on it. So that's really nice. Riot had a nice move here. Big resistance around $3, something to keep in mind. It's holding this area quite well, though. So they're trying to raise some more capital, mixed shelf offering for 100 million. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna take advantage of this higher stock price. I'd be a little bit nervous with something like that, I gotta say. But I mean, they're heading in the right direction. But this one catalyst right here puts me a little bit on edge, I gotta say. I mean, that's just like pure honesty right here. Bam, SEC. Today's a really small day for slow floats. That's a $13,000 registration fee. I'm actually surprised they're up so much. Does nobody know what EH stands for? Wow. Hash rate. Hash. What's the E? Oh, okay. It's an exponential. Million, billion. Wow. 1 quintillion hashes per second. So E stands for quintillion. I didn't know that. There we go. A little bit of fun fact here. What was the alert that just went off? AGE. Riot actually had some pretty strong moves here. Nice stuff. Something about speed. Omer, I like it. We do what we can, Satoshi. We do what we can. Here you guys could learn about all their ant miners. I was kind of hoping that something we would see an exercise price or something like that. This is why my laptops are so expensive that I'm looking for. Revenue recognition, identifying. So if the price goes to $40, they're going to get exercised. Well, that's quite the ways away, huh? MSI there, the BASMA. Yeah, I don't think I would go less than that. So there's probably a bunch of exercising that took place here in the 40s. This actually looks just like the Bitcoin chart in its own little weird way. So if you're already long Bitcoin, then being long ROIT might be a little bit of double trouble. Bitcoin doesn't go back that far. Although ROIT as a company looks like it's, no, not really. I was gonna say here, but that was actually a second move. Big sell-off here, big resistance, not a lot of volume here. Just gotta be careful. I mean, the shelf registration isn't gonna affect the trading today, but if the share price does go back up to 40, it's going to dump again. And that's probably why it dumped here. So they definitely did another offering. So they're at 40. There's no surprise, I guess, then. That's why it really capitulated here at 40. Or be a little bit of test. January 2019. That was after this area. Well, a little bit of notes to south. Let's see here. Let's see how big this text is. Whoo, that's a big old fatty boobalati here. Let's just move this up here. Come on. Well, I'm having some issues. All right, well, I'm just gonna leave that text there. We could always just look at it by double clicking it. My mom just called me and cut the stream. I missed everything. Brad, what are you doing? No stress. We're just kind of learning a little bit about the, here we go. The exercise prices. So this $40 zone, there's a lot of shares to be executed here. I'm not too worried about it. I don't really see this ticker going all the way back to these prices anytime soon. That was a $1,700 pop. We would really need Bitcoin to get going. I think, especially if you guys are not into holding Bitcoin yourselves, I think that ROIT might be a good option. Now, I would be very careful here in this area, but other than that, it does kind of look interesting. You could see here they're even listing it Further description of dilution that our stockholders will experience immediately after this offering. See the section in the prospectus supplement entitled Dilution on page S5. So that's the next tier. You could read all about the dilution. This is S5. Here we go. If you invest in our common stock, your ownership interest will be immediately diluted. If you buy our stock, your stock that you buy will no longer be worth the same amount at one point. To the extent of the difference between the offering price per share of our common stock and the adjusted net tangible book value per share of the common stock after this offering. Our net tangible book value was approximately $20 million. Or 55 cents per share common stock. Such net tangible book value per share represents the amount of our total tangible assets less total liabilities dividing the total amount of shares of common stock outstanding, which is 36. So, I mean, they even admit here that their book value of common stock here is 55 cents. So that's not too exciting. I would have to argue. Can I link to this specific spot? This would be nice. Free trial. Sharing highlights. Collaboration is key to research. Start free trial. What kind of free trial on? Oh God, I think I just lost the page. It's a 7-day free trial. Okay, well maybe another time. Oh, now we have to figure out where the dilution is again. It was S. There we go. Interesting stuff, though. Thanks, Mike, for the $3, man. Thanks for the support. Really, really appreciate the support on the channel. Nice, Brent. That sounds like a good idea. BitConnect 3.0. That's how you do it. Live frugally, guys. Huge opportunity on AGE at around 2.5, guys. Maybe something worth considering here. AGE has been on a pretty continuous sell-off now, about 34% down from those highs. All right, take care, Bren. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out, but I assume you already did, so I appreciate it, man. Sell volume is really falling off a cliff here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive 5-minute red candle in a row on AGE. Did I just spell dilution wrong? I think I did. Oh my lord. My brain's falling out of my head right now. Where's the dilution? Oh, I forgot the U. I was looking at it. Okay. Hey, why is it not popping up here? Dilution. There we go. RIOT makes those kind of impressive constant moves, though. You got to kind of give it to it. You know you had BitConnect, Alex. We all did. I didn't have any BitConnect, but I had my own BitConnect horror story when I got hacked. No, well, technically, yes. We go live at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but the chat room is already live, ready to go, starting around 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, Ramoli, I feel you on that. Let's watch it here. Might try a trade on AGE. I don't know why I said two E's. We went all the way down to 258. This is the question, you know, are we going to break out from these areas at 267? 270, getting chipped, 270 break. Let's see it. Boom. Nice move there. Light volume though, very light volume. I probably also would have been taking profits here. That was a pretty sweet little bounce though. This is the first new high technically. That's a 6% move, not too bad. I'm not part of the biggest scam in crypto history. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Mike, I'll keep it in mind, but I'm not totally sure. Maybe we could though. I'm not against it. Gwendolyn, thanks for the $3. Really appreciate the support on the channel. Thanks a lot. Gwendolyn Phillips de Ashborough. That's a pretty fancy name. Is that really me on Instagram? My Instagram is Mr. Alex Winkler. It's very straightforward. Just like Mr. Alex Winkler. Right here. That's me. Can I click on that? Wow, I don't think I've been on Instagram on here. What's this account called? On the web. This is me. This is my Instagram right here, Mr. Alex Winkler. It's real. There are fake accounts that pop up from time to time, so just keep that in mind. Literally, like I think 2 weeks ago, we had somebody that went through my whole entire following list, and they were reaching out to everybody, trying to get them to send Bitcoin to some random place. It was a bit of a nightmare because I had so many people contacting me. I'm looking for one possible trade on AGE. Otherwise, I'm pretty much done. Discord is free. Yep. You guys can get access to the Discord and everything else. Just go to, I'm going to actually update this page in a little bit. But the first link in the video description below, guys, /connect. This is where you kind of find all the good stuff. We got, what do we got here? So hold on, this is loading. Blum, 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 blum. We got the foundation video series for anyone that's new and wants to learn what we do every single day here. We got the slides, something good to kind of use with the course. If you guys need a broker, this is Weeple, the 2 free stocks, one of the sponsors on this channel. The Facebook group, Discord group, Trade Journal, some apparel on this, and then these are all my other courses on Skillshare. Those are kind of the quick stuff. AGE may have a quick pullback here. That was a pretty solid bounce with AGE. I was kind of hoping it would go a little bit lower first, but it didn't. Might even try to break the VWAP, but I wouldn't bet on that. This is my name, it's English. Gotcha, gotcha. I had a feeling it would be. Yeah, Mike, that's true. Sometimes I'm not really on the computer, or I'm running around, or I'm doing something else. So I don't want to like promise something that I'm not sure if I can even be there, but it's not a bad idea. Even if I walk away for like an hour or so, it would be like a 4-hour long live stream in the end. That's a pretty heavy duty live stream. So that's like a big reason why I'm not crazy about it. And sometimes there's not a lot going on pre-market, so I don't even trade it. So yeah. I was looking for H to have a quicker dip here to like 250s. Just keep on not getting it. I don't really want to keep trying on this one. Looks like it might. I actually kind of hope it breaks above VWAP. That way I don't have to think about it anymore. Man, the amount of moves I missed on AGE are just kind of a little bit mind-blowing to myself. Let me see if I could suck out anything more on this dilution page, and then we'll wrap up the stream here. So I'm just kind of quickly going through this. Oh yeah, AGE looks like it's going to break possibly, but I'm not going to be trading it. The volume is so light on it right now. If you have in between offering from stock dilution price, so June 30th, 2020, or net tangible value is tangible assets less total liabilities, real number of shares. I wonder how accurate this is. So let's actually go back to Finviz here. So let's see, 35. Their shares outstanding is 47. It's a big difference. I'm not totally sure why the difference from outstanding shares here is 36 and here it's 47. It's a big difference. It could be because it's already accounting for these extra shares. Yeah, for each shares issued. Yeah, okay, it is counting that. I jumped the gun on there. Yeah, that's why. It's always a bit of a mess reading through these articles. Brains fried, Jason says he's out of here. Yeah, dude, I agree. I'm wrapping up here as well. I was looking for a possible move on AGE, but I'm removing my limit order. This is just not, this is a slippery slope for trading, guys. You know, you could easily just keep on trading and it just gets really messy. I would always recommend kind of wrapping up at one point and then just, you know, doing something else with your life, because the whole point we trade is to, you know, to have more freedom in our lives to do what we want. And, you know, what's the point of staring at a screen all day, because that does exactly the opposite. Yeah, Mike, that's not a bad idea. Maybe it'd be fun to kind of check out. ONYX says, what if I don't have a life? Well, keep on trading and maybe eventually you'll get a life. And then you'll already be ready for having more time to enjoy it. AGE selling off a little bit here. All right, guys, crypto is a scam from my past experience, Muhammad says. I don't think crypto, I honestly don't think crypto is any sort of scam. I think there's many scams that has to do with the whole cryptocurrency world, because it's just so new and there's so many people that don't know about it, and it's so easy to do something wrong and, you know, buy something that you should have not bought or sign up to some program that is a scam. But I don't think cryptocurrency in and of itself is a scam. I don't really see, I have yet to find an argument why it would be, but I don't know. We'll see. Ramoli enjoys my recaps. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Well, let me do a little bit of work here, and then I got to take a quick little break, maybe have a coffee or two or 5, and who don't love these Chinese stocks? Oh, David, you live on the edge there. Yeah, I got to wrap it up here. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you enjoy the content. If you're new, subscribe. I'd love to see you again. Join the community. I'm about to do a nice little coffee pausa and then get back to it. I'll see you guys in the recap video later today, and I will see you guys then first thing tomorrow as well for the last trading day of the week. Woo! What a crazy start to October. Well, it actually started last week, so it is what it is. Luckin' coffee, unluckin' coffee. Yeah, that's really what it was. All right, guys. Peace. Take care, everyone. Ciao, cacao. I'll see you next time. We're wrapping up the day here around $300. Really nice. Nothing too crazy, but still nice in the end. Ciao, ciao, everyone.